So today, throughout this explainer, we're going to look at a structured simulation drawn directly from community lore and source abilities to finally settle some of these massive theoretical disputes. It's going to be a wild ride.
You know the debate. We've all had it. When different legendary universes actually collide, whose powers truly scale to the absolute top? Can raw martial arts overcome limitless magic? Can absolute space manipulation be beaten by sheer, unadulterated speed? Well, we're putting these exact concepts to the test right now. Here's our main event fight card for today's explainer. First, we'll cover the legends of the anime world. Then, Bout 1 is Saitama versus Goku. Bout 2 puts Goku against Gojo. Bout 3 is Goku versus Naruto. Bout 4 sees Naruto taking on Sukuna. And finally, Bout 5, Kakashi faces Gojo.
Okay, Section 1, Legends of the Anime World. I mean, just look at the sheer scale of the transformations we're dealing with here. It's incredible. You've got Goku, who literally breaks his own limits with Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct. Then there's Naruto, drawing on the immense chakra of Kurama and the divine energy of Six Paths and Baryon Mode. And sitting right next to them is Saitama, the One Punch Man, whose power is famously limitless and, quite frankly, entirely effortless. It's an amazing contrast in how power is actually achieved and displayed.
But then, right? Compare that raw power to the absolute tactical and magical superiority of the Jujutsu and Shinobi worlds. We aren't just looking at regular punches here. Gojo brings the absolute untouchability of his infinity technique. Sukuna, the ancient king of curses, commands the devastating, localized destruction of his malevolent shrine. And Kakashi balances the whole thing out with his Sharingan's copy abilities and his incredibly calm, calculating tactical mind.
All right, let's get into the action. Bout 1, Saitama versus Goku.
Looking at the tail of the tape here, it's a literal clash of fighting philosophies. Goku has this vast array of martial arts forms, constantly searching for the thrill of a good fight. Saitama, on the other hand, relies on raw, unimaginable, blunt force. He really doesn't need complex techniques, he just needs one solid hit. So, the craziest part here is the escalation. Goku tests the waters in standard Super Saiyan, and well, it's absolutely useless against Saitama's durability. He literally has to jump all the way to Super Saiyan Blue just to make Saitama break a sweat. That triggers Saitama's legendary Serious Punch, which basically turns the battlefield into a disaster zone. The fight stretches on until both hit their absolute prime, where Goku is forced to pour every single ounce of his power into a massive Kamehameha to finally break through Saitama's defenses. It leaves Goku barely standing himself.
Moving right along to Bout 2, Goku versus Gojo.
Gojo kicks things off exactly how you'd expect, with that trademark, unshakable confidence, just smiling as the match begins. The opening moments are a blinding flurry of high-speed teleportation and close-quarters combat, and Goku is genuinely impressed by Gojo's reflexes. Right out of the gate, Gojo actually lands the first major blow, with his Curse Technique Reversal Red, miraculously managing to damage Goku. Goku steps it up into Super Saiyan, which pushes Gojo to drop his ultimate trump card, his domain expansion. But here is where the simulation gets absolutely wild. To counter the complete control of Gojo's domain, Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, literally surpassing the speed of light. Moving faster than the concept of space can even contain him, Goku unleashes a Kamehameha that secures the victory before Gojo can even react. Unbelievable.
Next up on the card, Bout 3, Goku versus Naruto.
This one is a classic clash of styles, guys. You've got Goku's overwhelming raw energy projection and unmatched speed, matched up against Naruto's deceptive numbers, elemental chakra, and tactical unpredictability. It's overwhelming force going toe-to-toe with versatile utility. Notice how wildly the momentum swings in this breakdown. Naruto isn't playing around here. He goes straight into Six-Path Sage mode and throws a Wind-style Rasengan. When his army of shadow clones gets instantly vaporized by Goku's sheer speed, Naruto is pushed to his absolute limit, Baryon mode. In this state, he incredibly manages to tank a standard Kamehameha straight on. This forces Goku to drop the casual approach, transform, completely close the distance, and unleash a massively overpowered, fight-ending Kamehameha. Okay, let's get into Bout 4, Naruto versus Sukuna. The progression mapped out here is just brutal. Interestingly enough, it starts with Yuji in control. It's a vicious fist fight that gets so intense, Yuji literally loses the hand to Naruto's Rasengan. but that immense damage acts as a catalyst. Sukuna takes full control of the body, and the threat level instantly skyrockets from a martial arts brawl to a catastrophic magical disaster, complete with divine flames forcing Naruto straight onto the defensive. Just look at the insane power scaling happening here. Sukuna emerges and casually, literally barehanded, blocks Naruto's Six Paths attacks. He then traps Naruto in the absolute nightmare that is Malevolent Shrine. The narrative weight of this moment is huge. Naruto has to create a giant Rasengan just to shield himself from those relentless invisible slashes. Ultimately, Naruto has to rely on his life-draining Baryon mode to overpower the very fabric of the domain and land one final, decisive Rasengan to vaporize the King of Curses. And now for our final main event, Bout 5, Kakashi versus Gojo. Kakashi comes out swinging with this quote. It's super aggressive for his usual laid-back demeanor. It really signals that he knows exactly how dangerous Gojo is and that this is going to be an incredibly complex chess match of abilities.
We are looking at the absolute pinnacle of visual jutsu against spatial sorcery here. It's Kakashi's ability to copy, absorb, and phase through reality versus Gojo's ability to control distance and space itself. It's a pure battle of who can outthink and outmaneuver the other's absolute defense. I gotta say, the way this plays out is genuinely mind-blowing. First, Kakashi actually manages to break through infinity using a massively overcharged Shidori. When Gojo fires back with a hollow purple, Kakashi brilliantly uses his Mangekyo Sharingan to completely absorb it. Gojo, getting dead serious, activates his infinite void domain, only to realize he got completely outsmarted. He trapped a shadow clone. The real Kakashi responds by summoning a perfect Susanoo. But in the end, Gojo's raw, unparalleled destruction just proves too much. He unleashes a maximum power hollow purple that shatters the Susanoo entirely, securing the win. So after breaking all of this down and seeing these incredible tactical matchups and power escalations, it really makes you think. You start to grasp the insane depth of these characters. With the dust settled on this explainer, who would you want to see step into the simulation next? The possibilities are literally as limitless as the characters